only time I ever remember cross-dressing was when I was a teenager, shoving my mother's shoes at my feet to take the garbage out. Only time I ever remember cross-dressing. That's not what I thought it said something else. Yeah. So I thought it said, I'll tell you later. I was in a gas station around the block from here recently, and I was in line waiting to pay for my Polar Pop, and 89 cents for like 2 liters of pop. I'm there a lot. I'm not usually buying gas. But yeah, I was standing in line, and there was this guy that came up to his friend, and the guy was wearing tear-off pants. Like, pants, right? And he says to his friend, "Why are you so dressed up today?" Fun fact, his friend wasn't dressed up. He was just wearing regular clothes and had a little pride. Anyway, those two things I wasn't planning on saying, but they make me giggle, so I wanted to say them. What I really came up to say was I don't get out much. But I work on the weekend. I work in a bar. I bus tables, which is really the pinnacle of employment in my life so far. And yeah, so I don't go to a lot of parties, but I went to a Christmas party this last weekend, and I don't remember most of it because most of it, I had a bottle of wine. I haven't been drinking in a while because I don't go out very much, so I had a bottle of wine. So it's pretty fuzzy, but things I do remember talking about to people included sugarless applesauce, microclimates, which I don't know what those are, adult triplet birthdays. That's triplets who are adults on their birthday. I mean, they're adult all year, but I think we specifically talked about their birthdays. And then the kind of, what's the top of a night? Is that the Professor? Yeah. That's a brand of radios as far as I know. So, the zenith of the evening was when I was talking to someone and they said that I reminded them of the Burnout character in Garden State. And then eventually said, well, not so much in how you look, but just mostly in your attitude. And general demeanor. And I haven't seen Garden State in a while, but I don't think that's a compliment. So I was locked in this conversation that was the conversational equivalent of watching someone try to pick the end of a roll of tape off. When I heard behind me someone say, "I love ramekins." And then I kind of black out, and I woke up after, I assume, too long of saying, I don't want to say I was shouting, I was talking loudly about how much I hate ramekins. Couple things. I wasn't part of that conversation. I became part of that conversation. I'm a dishwasher, so when I work in a restaurant, I don't know why they don't put the sauce on the plate. It's just one more thing for me to wash. And it's one very fucking disgusting thing for me to wash, especially when it comes back after someone's been really dipping the fancy wedges. What are they called?
Pita.
Sure. The fancy pita wedge. It's gross. Anyway, I just don't like ramekins, and that was my party. It was fun though. I had a really good time. I'm not always great with people, and I think that kind of translates to me applying for jobs. I applied for a job at Starbucks recently. Didn't get a call back. Didn't get any response, except the automated response from their website saying, "Yeah, we got it. We got the application." When I inquired. But it's not the most embarrassing thing that I've applied to do and haven't got a response for. That's a tie between the gift shop at the Discovery Center, didn't hear back, and being a back shift cake decorator at Sobeys. So they're at the front of that race so far. I can only imagine there's going to be a new racer interjected into this race pretty soon, because I'm pretty broke and pretty sore. I don't know why people won't hire me. I don't know if it's my attitude. My parents always told me that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I always said it in a particular way, apparently. Even though I was empirically correct. Or if it's my bad resumes, I think my resume is nice, but I'm a bad speller, so maybe that's it. And usually the things I can't spell have to do with my ability. So I can't spell the word knowledge, for example. I can't spell the word competency. For another example, I'm pretty sure I spelled them both wrong on this paper. I was writing it out at home and I was like, C-O. I know what it means. I don't know. I'm also picky. I'm really picky about my employment. Surprise. I'm picky about a lot of things. I'm also picky about my employment. I'm mostly picky about my employment because I don't want to commute. I hate commuting. I hate being in a car. I hate being in a vehicle around other people in vehicles because none of it makes sense. If the light is green, we should be moving. We're usually stopped. So the thing that bothers me the most about being in a vehicle is other aggressive drivers, because I would consider myself a very competent driver. But most people aren't. And people really tailgate, and I really, really hate someone that tailgates me. But it's okay. Because what I do when people tailgate me is I start going slower. And so the faster you're going towards me, the slower I'm going to go. And I'll go slow. I'll go 10. I'll go 8. Know where I'm going is more important than ruining your day. I can promise you that. I'll lose my job. Doesn't matter to me. Not that attached to it. You're my new job. You. And let me tell you one thing. I might not have a lot of confidence in my competency for other jobs I'm applying for, but I guarantee you one thing. God damn it. Take that again. I guarantee you one thing. I might not have much confidence in myself about my ability for most jobs I'm applying for. But for this job, I'm well suited. Thank you.
never noticed this? I've got like dysmorphia for myself, like one of those like small dogs that feel big, so I'm never